Reflections and Stories for Children, Book 1, Story number 9, about courtesy. So courtesy is being polite and having good manners. It's a way of acting with people that makes them feel valued, cared for, and respected. This first reading here. O God, refresh and gladden my spirit. Purify my heart. Illumine my powers. I lay all my affairs in thy hand. Thou art my guide and my refuge. I will no longer be sorrowful and grieved. I will be a happy and joyful being. O God, I will no longer be full of anxiety, nor will I let trouble harass me. I will not dwell on the unpleasant things of life. O God, thou art more friend to me than I am to myself. I dedicate myself to thee, O Lord. This is a story about Abdu'l-Baha titled The Uninvited Guest. While Abdu'l-Baha was in England, 2 ladies wrote to him from Scotland asking if he would see them one evening. They were invited to dinner, and Abdu'l-Baha greeted them with a warm, simple welcome. Everybody was feeling excited at the thought of a wonderful evening alone with Abdu'l-Baha. To the guests' surprise, after only 30 minutes, a persistent and uninvited person pushed past the servers and came into the room. He sat down and lit a cigarette, saying that he wanted to write an article for some paper about Abdu'l-Baha. The guests were speechless and shocked at the man's rudeness and for spoiling their time with Abdu'l-Baha. Abdu'l-Baha stood up and made a sign to the man to follow him. They went into his own private room. The guests looked at one another. The man had left, but so had Abdu'l-Baha. The hostess went to the door of the room and said to the secretary, "Will you kindly say to Abdu'l-Baha that the ladies with whom the appointment has been made are awaiting his pleasure?" Almost immediately the guest heard steps approaching along the corridor, the sound of kind farewells, and the front door closing. Abdu'l-Baha came back into the room. "Oh, master," they said. Pausing near the door, he looked at each person with a look of deep, grave meaning. "You were making that poor man uncomfortable, so strongly desiring his absence. I took him away to make him feel happy." So Abdu'l-Baha showed courtesy to everyone, even the rude man who showed up. Second reading. O people of God, I admonish you to observe courtesy, for above all else it is the prince of virtues. Well is it with him who is illumined with the light of courtesy, and is attired with the vesture of uprightness. Whoso is endued with courtesy hath indeed attained a sublime station. Story number 9 about courtesy.